So you're thinking about moving to Durham? I'll show you why people who live in Durham absolutely love it. Hi, I'm Allison Warnerowski, local broker and owner of Ray Realty, and welcome to another episode of our Living In series, with this one focusing on Durham. In this video, we're going to break down the best parts and the worst parts of Durham to weigh both sides. Make sure you watch until the end to get some important information about the most concerning part of Durham that may change your mind. Starting with the pros. Pro number 4 is the lower cost of living. Historically, Durham has been much less than the national average in terms of cost of living, and in general, it still is. Like Raleigh, housing prices have increased and are the main reason why Durham is now closer to the national average for cost of living. However, Durham is still a pretty affordable city in comparison to most large metro areas, and it's overall 5% less than the national average. While Durham is right at the national average in terms of housing costs, it's less than the national average in healthcare, transportation, and most goods and services. When it comes to food and groceries, Durham ranks right at the national average as well. So once you pay for your mortgage, your money goes further in Durham than many other places in the area. One more note on housing: the price per square foot to live near the best parts of Durham are much less in comparison to Raleigh. So you get more square footage for your money in Durham. Next up, pro number 3 are the vast number of beautiful parks and the outdoor spaces. Durham has some breathtaking outdoor spaces and is highlighted by the Sarah P. Duke Gardens at Duke University, consisting of 55 acres of gardens, landscaped and wood areas, and over 5 miles of walks and pathways. This is one of the most popular places in Durham to spend a sunny spring day. The gardens are visited by over 300,000 people annually and are an incredibly popular wedding and photo location. The area also features one of the best state parks in Eno River State Park, where there is camping, swimming, and hiking. It also has a really cool footbridge crossing over the Eno River and a cool quarry swimming spot that is popular in the summertime. For those who enjoy more paved trails, Durham is on the northern end of the American Tobacco Greenway Trail, which extends 22.6 miles southwards towards Cary and Apex. For the kids, there's some really fun spots like the Pineywood Park, Forest Hills Park, Durham Central Park downtown that has a skate park, and the outdoor space at the very popular Durham Life and Science Museum. This museum has a massive outdoor space that includes a huge treehouse playground, a dinosaur trail, train rides, and a variety of animals. Let's move into pro number 2, which is all about Durham being a great place for a career. Durham boasts a variety of accolades over the past few years, such as the #1 best mid-sized cities for jobs and one of the top 10 tech towns by Wired. It's slowly becoming referred to as the Southern Silicon Valley due to its booming startup culture. Located adjacent to the world-famous Research Triangle Park, which hosts over 170 companies like Cisco, Nortel, Lenovo, and IBM, there are plenty of well-paying jobs waiting to be had. This is even before Google, Apple, and Meta have decided to open up campuses in or near RTP as well. So why are RTP professionals naturally attracted to Durham beyond it being a great place to live? The answer is a two-part. First, Durham is located adjacent to RTP and has pretty easy access to RTP. You're able to utilize some lesser traveled roadways to stay away from the main congestion coming and going from RTP. The average commute time for those in Durham is reportedly under 25 minutes. The second reason is Duke University, which is one of the top engineering, technical, and medical research institutions in the country. Naturally, many of these graduates find jobs in the Research Triangle Park and choose to stay in Durham. The city actually has over 50% of the population with at least a bachelor's degree, and over 25% have a master's degree. It was named amongst America's smartest cities for a reason. We have arrived. Pro number 1 is the downtown amenities and the vibe. Durham has been undergoing a transformation for some time now, and it's paid off. Its downtown has come to life and has so much to explore, especially if you're a foodie. It's welcoming to everyone as it's a very diverse and close-knit community and has a shop local mindset. Starting with food, Durham has been named the tastiest town in the South by Southern Living, and most of that is due to the culinary experiences you'll enjoy in or near downtown. Filled with vintage restaurants that have been staples for years to newly opened eateries, Durham has quite the variety and more authentic style food than Raleigh. Stop by Emma's Diner for breakfast, but get there early because lines are usually out the door. Visit some of the original restaurants in the Chicken Hut and King Sandwich Shop, or get some wood-fired pizza at Pizzeria Toro. Are you in the mood for Cuban? Cova is excellent. Durham's food hall has quite the variety, and Park's Food Street is even a mini Korean food hall on its own. Durham is also known for its excellent breweries and nighttime lounges. Visit Full Steam Brewing or the Glass Jaw Beer Lab to try some new craft beers. Grab some cocktails at Kingfisher, which won national acclaim as one of the best cocktail bars in the country, or Alley 26, which boasts a 2022 James Beard Award finalist for an outstanding beer program. And if you're looking for some entertainment, the Durham Center of Performing Arts is a nearly 3,000-seat arena that hosts concerts, comedy acts, and other shows. And Pinhook and Motorco Music Hall are two great places to see smaller, more local acts. The professional baseball AAA affiliate for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the Durham Bulls, play right downtown as well. Seeing a game is always a great time, and they have a cool kids zone to keep the kids occupied. Most Friday and some Saturday nights also have fireworks after the game. Durham Central Park and American Tobacco Campus are two other fun locations. Durham Central Park has a skate park and is home to the large farmers market every Saturday morning. The American Tobacco Campus is a revitalized industrial sector of town that is adjacent to the Durham Bulls Stadium. It's a great place to hang out before or after the game. So those are the top pros of living in Durham, but let's fill you in on some of the cons of living here as well. Starting with con number 4, it's the weather. Some people move to North Carolina because of the weather, especially those from the north who are tired of the snow, or others who want to enjoy the seasons. However, Durham can get hot and humid. The peak of summer usually has highs in the upper 80s to 90s, but the humidity is what makes it feel so hot. Frequent short afternoon thunderstorms in the summer keep the humidity present and make it feel 5 to 10 degrees hotter. But there are solutions. Durham has some fun places to hang out, like the South Point Mall nearby, which has excellent shopping options, and the Durham Life and Science Museum, which has a large play-based inside portion of the museum. And if you have allergies, load up on the allergy meds in the spring. The whole area turns yellow for a few weeks in the spring due to the pollen. Moving right along, con number 3, the lack of pro sports. Similar to Raleigh, the area has very few major professional sports teams. The Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL and the NCFC and the Carolina Courage of Soccer are just short drives away in Raleigh and Cary, and the city does have the minor league Durham Bulls. However, if you want to see the NFL or the NBA, you'll have to travel to Charlotte. For the MLB, the closest cities are Washington, D.C. and Atlanta. What the area lacks in pro sports, though, it makes up for in college sports. Duke University, located in Durham, is part of arguably the best rivalry in college basketball with UNC, and meetings between the two colleges are electric. Tailgating is almost a sport in and of itself, so make sure you get to the games early to take part in this tradition. Next up, con number 2 is the high taxes. Believe it or not, Durham's taxes are actually higher than Raleigh's. While the sales tax on all the goods and services is 7.5%, instead of Raleigh and Wake County's 7.25%, the biggest difference is in the property tax. The property tax rate in Durham is approximately $1.28 for every $100 in property value, which is roughly 15% higher than Raleigh. This obviously varies greatly depending on if you're in the city or not, and if you're in any special taxing districts. This property tax applies to houses as well as cars, boats, and other large items like motorcycles. For example, a $400,000 house in Durham would require just over $5,100 in annual property taxes, while a $400,000 house in Raleigh would require just over $4,400. Now, you could argue that the same exact house in Raleigh costs more than it does in Durham, so this balances out and then some, but the rate is still higher nonetheless. Okay, we've arrived at con number 1, and for most, this will not be a surprise: the high crime. For those who are not familiar with crime in Durham, please don't let this scare you away off the bat. It is true, Durham's crime rates are quite a bit higher than the national average by nearly 2 times, and the rates are comparable to cities like Atlanta and Boston. However, it really comes down to just a couple very bad areas that you need to stay away from. The worst areas are reportedly immediately east and south of downtown. While downtown and south is actually pretty safe, you don't want to stray south or east of town. Those areas make up a large portion of the reported crime, especially the reported violent crimes. While every city has its dangers, most Durham residents who live in the typical suburban neighborhoods and even downtown who stay away from those two areas have indicated that they never felt in danger or concerned. And in fact, they love Durham for themselves and for their families. I hope this video gave you some insight into the pros and cons of Durham. And if you need help finding your next home in the Raleigh or Durham area, our team here at Ray Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. We have several agents who specialize in Durham and can help you find the exact location that fits you and your lifestyle. Just reach out to us via the contact information in the description below. You can also join our Facebook group, Relocating to Raleigh, that has thousands of people just like you collaborating about the area. It's not just for Raleigh, as all of the surrounding areas are supported. And don't forget to subscribe below and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on our videos. Comment below to let us know how you liked it. For more information on Durham and the Raleigh area in general, check out some of our other videos or visit our website at www.raleigh-realty.com. I'm Allison Warnerowski with Ray Realty, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.